you feel your energy feels like, oh, this person feels safe, then you give your energy. You don't approach anyone with hostility. You just remove yourself from the situation when you feel like, oh, this is not working for me. So it's like, yeah, love can heal the world, but there's still going to be negative people and negative beings that don't want to operate from a place of love. And that's something that we just have to accept, that we can't force them to change. We can't force them to raise their frequency, but hopefully towards the ones that are good people and have pure hearts, and the ones that have been like wronged in life and have pain, by us helping them and giving them love that have not hurt others but have been hurt by others, then we can raise the collective consciousness and hopefully overcome negativity. But there'll always be negativity in this world. So basically what I'm just trying to say is protect your energy, right? Like, question the things that have been taught to you, that love will change the world. Like, yeah, if more people vibrate on a higher frequency, love will change the world. But does it mean that you give your love to everyone just to be a good person? No, you don't give your love to everyone. You don't let everyone into your energy field. Because like I said, not everyone has good intentions. So you really think about who gets access to your love and who gets access to your energy, because there's people that just want to drain your energy, right? And a lot of the times, empathetic people, we have a tendency to want to fix others. Until we heal ourselves, we get into relationships where we're the fixers, where we want to heal people's trauma, where we want to give them that love and comfort, and they're just takers, and they just want to take our energy, and they get a like a thrill off our energy that they don't know how to give back, right? So in those situations, like, we should never enter a relationship where we're trying to fix people. And a lot of times we fall in love with people's trauma because we've gone through our own trauma. So we're like, okay, even though we've gone through our trauma, we still approach things from love and light, right? We still operate from a pure-hearted place. So we haven't let those experiences turn us bitter. We might have got mad, we might have been heartbroken, we might have had to go through healing, but it still hasn't changed our character. So that's why it's like your energy is your currency. And like, since, for example, for me, having so much peace and not having anyone interfere with my peace, it's made me realize, oh my God, like, at first I was looking at loneliness and bored and like, okay, just do, work on your passion. Like, just trying to not really, really feel the loneliness. But now I've gone to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this quote unquote loneliness, because of the fact that I don't want anyone in my energy field that's going to drain me, that's going to bring me down instead of lifting me up. I only want people that are going to raise my vibration, that are going to match my intellectual stimulation, that's going to match my pure heartedness, that's going to match the energy that I give to them, that are reciprocal. So it's made me be like, okay, the universe is not putting people into my life unless they're at that frequency. So by me raising my frequency, it's basically repelled negativity that they don't even have a chance to enter in. Toxic people don't even have a chance to open their mouth to have a conversation with me, because the universe won't allow it, because my frequency won't allow it. My energy will not allow them to even be near me. So it's like, when you get to that level where your frequency gets higher, you don't get into situations where those things are really coming into your vicinity. However, you will still have to deal with situations and places where you're out in public, or what I just said about the neighbor, and people will be trying to enter your energy, but they won't be able to get quote unquote close to you. But they might make a comment, they might do something, they might look at you, but they're not able to really enter your energy field. They're not able to quote unquote hurt you anymore, right? So it's like, that's why it's so important to keep your frequency high, because your frequency is your magic. Your frequency is your power. Your frequency is what protects you from harm. And people that are still trapped in the matrix, and that still operate from fear and paranoia and stress and anxiety, all of that is just lowering your frequency, because you're not surrendering to the divine and trusting and having faith that I'm divinely protected, and the universe will protect me and make everything that I manifest come into fruition, that I'm being led down the right path. So it's like, this year of me being in isolation was the best blessing I could have asked for, because if I didn't go on this journey of isolation and I'd gone into another relationship, I would have ruined that relationship in a few months. And if that person wasn't healed either, they would have ruined it too. So we would have both ruined each other because what? We would have been coming from a place of trauma instead of two healed birds spreading our wings and flying and motivating and raising each other up. So it's like we have to go on this journey of isolation, hermit mode, healing ourselves, looking at our facing our shadow, merging the shadow with light, using our shadow to be assertive. Our shadow is not meant to get rid of. No, our shadow is the it says that our shadow, when it's wounded, it acts from an emotional place that's aggressive, that's name calling, that's not approaching it from a mature way. But with your shadow, when you merge it and you become mature, you approach things in a sense with emotional intelligence and emotional maturity, where you're not allowing your wounding to react. You're taking a step back. You're still gonna feel you're still gonna have triggers. Triggers are not just gonna go away overnight, but you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm aware that this is a trigger right now. I'm aware that I don't like how this makes me feel. I'm gonna express it in a mature way. And especially when you get rid of substances, your brain is just clearer. Yeah, you may feel days where you feel anxious or you feel like, oh, I don't know what to do, but you just don't have that same sort of emotional irregulation. You regulate your emotions and you just think clearly. And the thing is, when you get sunlight and you get exercise on top of that, you just feel a calmness inside of you. Like, the kids have been sick lately, so we haven't been able to go to the beach. And a few times we went to the beach and right away they go into the water and it just makes them worse. They get more sick, and my son has a cough and he had pneumonia when he was a kid, so I'm not taking that risk of him getting it when he has a wet cough. So we've been going to this grass area that's right in front of my pathway of my place, and it's like a huge grass area, and we've just been running around there. He's been practicing his scooter, getting good at it. We've been hiding balls, like we've been doing all these things, and we've been grounding in nature. And I've just been walking up and down, up and down, up and down, nonstop for at least 2 hours. That I used to do when we went to the beach. I used to do when we went to the park. And like my mind just feels clear. Like I just feel at ease. I feel this lightness about me. So that's why I say sunlight and exercise are the two most crucial things for you to feel light and for you to raise your vibration and for you to feel emotionally regulated. Walking on grass, grounding, getting that electricity from the earth. Like all of these things are so simple for us to do, yet we get consumed with our screens 24/7. Any chance we have, we're going to our screen instead of just going and getting clarity from being in nature. Like everything is a simulation, yes, but this body was created to thrive off of the things that are in this simulation. So the sunlight is just an energy source for this body to feel. It's not our soul that's feeling that. Maybe I could like second guess that actually, because think about it. If we're electrical current and our soul is electricity then within us, and the soul and the sun are both electricity, then they're both like the sun is fueling, recharging your battery. So it's like yes, the body to one degree, but the body is only alive because of the soul. So they created the sun in the simulation for the soul to get nourished. So literally the soul is the one that's getting nourished by the electricity that the sun is giving us. So it needs that artificial light in order for it to thrive, right? Like, but then when it leaves the body, does it still need the sun as a soul? Or is it only in this body that the soul needs a sun? It's all these things to think about, things that we'll probably never have the answers to unless we go back to be a soul again, right? Just a soul, not a human body. So whether the soul needs this electricity or whether it doesn't, like even the minerals and stuff, does the soul need these minerals, or do we not eat when we're a soul? Like, are we just a ball of light so we don't require food? I don't think so, because when people fast and stuff like that, their soul feels clearer. They feel more in tune because of the fact that they're just like almost like soul-like, right? Like they're just their soul, they're not in their body anymore. So it's like this, let's just say it's like that this body needs the nourishment and from the sun, from healthy foods, greens, all these stuff that these things were created for this body to thrive in, right? just like a computer needs a battery in order for it to operate, and artificial intelligence is already starting to rewrite its code and do all these things, but it's only doing that because it has a source, a battery source that allows it to. But will it get to a point where it can rely on the energy of the sun? What can the creator just put a soul into it eventually, and that will be a new type of um, consciousness, right? Like there's so many things that we don't know and that we won't know until it happens, and there's just not information on it, right? So it's cool to think about all these things. Like that's why I like questioning things, because there's so much to know. And some things we have to accept that we won't know, right? Unless we tap in and we ask ourselves, then we might get the answers to it. And we will get answers, but we won't know for sure if we're right or not. But all we can do is trust the feeling on whether we're right or not. And this is why, like, the two things I always say that's so important is working on our passions and focusing on getting knowledge in all areas, like philosophy, science, ancient text, ancient scripture, like spirituality, like everything, every single thing that's about how to understand ourselves better and understand the creation better and how this world operates and how the universe operates and what like our soul is meant to do, why our soul came here. Like if you can just focus on getting those answers and working on your passions, it gets you to release the outcome. You know, like I find that whenever I'm in a state where I'm like, oh, like stagnant and I'm not unsure of what to do or feeling the need to just do, then I just either start cleaning or I say, okay, go search up some more knowledge, like see what you land on. And when you land on something good, then go through that page and find out more information on it, because even if you don't think about that information in the moment, your subconscious mind is processing that information and thinking about it. And when it's needed, it'll come back to you, right? Or make notes on that information. Like that's one thing that got me to remember information, the ones that were really important to me and that I felt like were beneficial for me to understand things better about myself and this world. I'm like, okay, write that down and see what that means to you, right? So I always say it's so important to get higher information, because it's like, yes, get information about what's going on in this society, what I said, like the what they're doing to kids, what they're doing to hurting people, what they're doing, like all these things. Know what's going on so you're self-aware and you protect yourself. But what matters the most is us having self-awareness about our soul and what our soul's purpose is and why our soul exists, and how do we nourish our soul, healthy foods, exercise, things that work for you, nature, what your body needs, magnesium, what minerals it needs, crystals, spirituality, like, and even all these philosophers, right? They all had different theories, and they were around from time, and the ancient texts that like interacted with advanced consciousness and everything. Like these are the things we need to be looking at, because we have such a small view because of what they've taught us, what they've told us, how they've lied to us. So we need to expand our consciousness if we want our soul to ascend higher and higher. And there's a lot of remembrance in our soul from past lives. So by us tapping in and learning about that information, we're able to access the stuff that exists within us. We're able to remember our past life and the knowledge. And that's why a lot of the times things resonate with you, or people resonate with you. You feel that connection because of past lives. The information resonates with you because you had a past life there. Like, for example, spirituality and tarot, they resonate with me because I was probably a witch in my past life. You know what I mean? Like, I was probably a healer in my past life. That's why that information resonates with me so deeply. If you're a musician and you play the guitar, you're probably a musician in your past life. If you're a storyteller, you're probably a storyteller in your past life. So whenever you have this like thing that you love doing, you're passionate about, it's probably because you did it in a past life. Or whenever information resonates with you, it's probably because that information was something that you knew in a past life already. So it's like, that's why it's so important to just dig deeper and deeper into knowledge, because our soul is just trying to remember, and we're in the age of awakening. So the more and more we tap in, the more we dive into meditation, the more we use our crystals as power sources, as energy sources, the more we understand our